Buying a house can be a very complex process. So much so that entire professions have arisen to help make it simpler. One such profession is mortgage brokerage. This video shows you what a mortgage broker does and tells you how exactly you can find one. Going back to what we said in the introduction, buying a house can be complex. It's not like you can just walk into a store and grab one. For one, houses are expensive. So expensive that the vast majority of people cannot buy them outright. To get a house, most people have to acquire a special payment plan that sees them pay for it over a long period. Though many such payment plans exist, one of the most common is a mortgage. Strictly defined, a mortgage is a legal agreement by which a bank or other similar financial institution lends money at interest in exchange for taking the title of the debtor's property, with the condition that the conveyance of title becomes void upon the payment of the debt. When broken down, this simply means that the bank buys the property for you, and you get to move immediately. However, it won't truly be yours until you finish paying the bank back in installments and with added interest. Seems pretty straightforward, right? As a matter of fact, this is how the vast majority of Westerners purchase their houses. It's a pretty sweet deal. And so, with all this in mind, what's stopping you from walking into a bank right now and getting a mortgage for your dream house? Do you really need the services of a mortgage broker? Well, the answer is an overwhelming yes. You see, simple as the concepts of mortgages can be, there are so many associated intricacies. Intricacies which may be a huge headache to first-time homebuyers. As a first-time homebuyer, if you allow some of the fine print attached to mortgage deals to go over your heads, you could come back to regret it big time. The bank can come back to repossess the property, leaving you homeless. And so, this is where mortgage brokers come in. When it comes to buying houses, mortgage brokers essentially do all the thinking for you. Sometimes they are hired by banks, but most other times, they are hired by purchasers. In a nutshell, they exist to make sure the home buying process goes as smoothly as possible. Let's break this down in depth ahead. So, the first thing a mortgage broker does when they come in is to study all the relevant circumstances. Some of these circumstances include down payment, credit, income, and so on. This allows them to understand your financial capabilities, and from then on, they can figure out how to draw up a financial plan to buy the house you want. They match your financial capabilities to a suitable home and a suitable payment plan. Mortgage brokers are essential because they ensure that your excitement doesn't cause you to overshoot. Sometimes you aren't even trying to overshoot, but within the fine print lies dangerous stipulations, which you may just happen to gloss over. What a mortgage broker does is that they find you the best rates, lowest fees, most reputable lender, and the loan product that best suits your needs. They are also expert negotiators and will prevent you from being played. Given that there are so many moving parts, this isn't an easy job at all. But mortgage brokers have the expertise, experience, and inside information, all of which make it a little easier. So then, with all this covered, how exactly do you find a good mortgage broker? Well, it's not a simple process, and all energy that would otherwise have been directed towards finding a good mortgage loan should be directed here. A good mortgage broker can save you a lot of money and stress. A bad mortgage broker will do precisely the opposite. There are many different types of mortgage brokers, and your selection of one depends on your goal. Sure, everyone who goes for a mortgage broker is trying to buy a house at the end of the day. But then, certain obstacles can stand in the way of that. Is your obstacle bad credit? A low or irregular income? A low down payment amount? Horrible negotiation tactics? No matter what it is, there's a specific mortgage broker to help you out. One of the ways to find a good mortgage broker is to take a recommendation from a real estate agent. Those two types of professionals work within the same industry, and their work typically overlaps. Knowing the type of house you want to buy, a real estate agent will have an excellent mortgage broker recommendation for you. They will recommend you to anyone who can handle the scope of your request. Another great way to find a mortgage broker is through apps and websites. You can find customer reviews for mortgage brokers on places like Google and Yelp. Though there are a variety of websites available, some of which are personal business websites, you could also use industry staples such as findamortgagebroker.com. Bear in mind that this is just the first step. Once an agent on a website starts to look attractive, you need to research to make sure they always leave their customers satisfied. A final tip for finding a good mortgage broker is to ask friends and family, especially those who recently bought their own houses. Word of mouth is one of the best ways news travels, and what better outlet for news than your trusted friends and relatives? With these in mind, you have great resources for finding a broker. Just make sure you have a lot of discussions with them before you sign off on anything. They may look great on paper, but do your personalities mesh well? This is important. By taking due diligence in this phase, you can relax knowing your purchase is in great hands. Coming to the end of this video, we hope you've learned much about how to find a good mortgage broker. They are an essential part of the home purchasing process, and first-time buyers might especially want to consider them. In any case, to learn more, check out other videos on this channel. We have so much more content intended to keep you informed and engaged. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, have a great day. Catch you later.